Remember that really bad announcement from Doctor Who the other day? Well, the fan base is kind of not happy about it. The reactions have gone from mildly unpleased to pissed, or fans like me are just apathetic and just pointing and laughing at the pricks in charge at this point. But let's have some fun with this. Let's have a look at what some of the bootlickers have to say about this apparent decent change. Everything's fine, guys. I can see why fans are annoyed at the schedule change. And I think that there is a legitimate case to be made for how undignified it is for a 60-year-old BBC institution having to be released to cater to an American Disney Plus streaming schedule that is ultimately arbitrary. However, well, this is where the bootlicking begins because this guy really, really wants a fucking job. As someone who is interested in audience viewing habits and patterns, I think it's worth biting the bullet for this series. Yeah, maybe you might have to stay off social media or watch the show in a different way. And in return, perhaps this is the release schedule that, yeah, by the way, he's basically excusing Russell T Davies and Disney dropping this on midnight because no one wants to watch this piece of shit television show anymore. That's the sign of a really healthy show, guys. They drop it at midnight when no one's fucking awake, everyone's in bed, and the Americans are getting priority even though nobody over there even fucking watches it. This could make the show more accessible and pave the way to an audience size that Doctor Who could only have dreamed of decades ago. What the fuck is he talking about? Putting Doctor Who on a streaming platform isn't going to boost its popularity. It's already as accessible as it's going to be. It's already online, like an hour after the show. Not even that after the show's aired. I don't think it's even that long. I think it's basically on the show the moment it's finished airing. Doctor Who is on the iPlayer the moment it's finished airing. This fucking moron thinks, oh, it's going to be prior to streaming. This is going to grow the show. This is not how it fucking works. People come to watch a television show if it's good, not because it's dumped onto the BBC iPlayer for everyone to fucking binge. If the experiment fails, then go back to the UK first linear broadcasting for the next series. But I think it's an experiment worth running at least once. This fucking guy is so unbelievably disingenuous. This is the same guy, by the way, that I think said The Star Beast is a better episode of Doctor Who than Rose, the launch pad of the modern golden standard of Doctor Who.
Yes, we know.
We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. Because she'd have understood.
Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Meanwhile,
it's like when you're a kid. The first time they tell you that the world's turning and you just can't quite believe it because everything looks like it's standing still. I can feel it. The turn of the earth. The ground beneath our feet is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, and the entire planet is hurtling round the sun at 67,000 miles an hour, and I can feel it. We're falling through space, you and me, clinging to the skin of this tiny little world, and if we let go, that's who I am.
Shut up and take my money!
This fucking shill. The experiment. It's not an experiment, Mr. Retard. It's not. It's Russell T Davies showing a white flag. He's conceding. He knows it's fucking dead on arrival. He knows nobody's going to be watching. I can't wait for the disastrous TV ratings, you disingenuous fucking cockwaffle. But to finish this video off, we're going to talk about Stephen Moffat apparently congratulating Russell T Davies on the amazing new idea for the streaming schedule. He described it as a whole new level of insane greatness. Now, the beautiful thing about 2024 is we've been through nearly 8 years of producers, directors, and people in entertainment talking down to the audience, and the passive aggressiveness as a whole in the entertainment industry. And we can see through the passive aggressive arseholes in the entertainment industry now. There's been it's kind of like a detective. You can kind of see through all their bullshit. And if something's being overpraised, like this new Doctor, the new series, mainly by the people creating the product, then you know it's probably shit. They're not going to talk about the horrific, and I mean horrific, fucking audience scores, audience numbers they're pulling in, the The former showrunner made the comment underneath Russell T Davies' Instagram post announcing the news, which revealed that the run will begin with a double bill. Yes, we know all this bullshit. The first 2 episodes will arrive first on BBC iPlayer at midnight, almost like a B-level TV show being dropped in the middle of nothing because they are terrified of the ratings. And if anything, this is probably going to make them worse. Moffat did not comment specifically on the iPlayer news, which has drawn criticism from some UK fans, but he did jokingly add, "Speaking as a fan, I cannot wait to complain about it." And this is just beautiful because it encapsulates everything wrong with people in charge, everything wrong with the entertainment industry. Pricks like this talking down to the people that are forced to pay a license fee. They are openly mocking and berating them. You could say it's joking, but to me that reads as passive aggressive. They're fucking salty that their audience is turning on their bullshit. And there are rumors that Stephen Moffat is coming back to write a Christmas special. I don't want that. Let his legacy be intact. If he wants to be a passive aggressive prick on Instagram, let him. At least he's not come back. He had that horrific ending to his run as Doctor Who showrunner. But looking back, that's like golden era level of writing compared to the shit we get now. Please, Moffat, stay away. I don't want to see it. No Doctor Who, no real Doctor Who fan wants to see you come back at this point. I'm of the opinion that Russell T Davies has only come back to protect his friend Chinballs, because the amount of damage, the amount of arrogance, the amount of unbelievable ignorance that this man has shown, and contempt and spite for his own audience that paved the way for his fucking career, by the way. That the reason he is probably that we are the reason he is living comfortably. The fucking disingenuous prick. He thinks he can talk down to the people that pay his fucking bills. Here's a message to people like Russell T Davies and Moffat and Chibnall who think they can talk down to the audience. You're not getting remembered for your great episodes if you carry on. You're going to be remembered for being disingenuous activists that want to mutilate children. There is nothing more racist than a white, liberal, BBC elitist prick who thinks he's doing good, but he's actually doing evil. Fuck anybody defending these elitist pricks. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe if you enjoyed listening to me. Like the video if you liked it. And comment what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.